welcome to the first edition of the Enrichment Podcast.
Let's go. 10:20 at night.
Well,
Eastern
technically,
time.
first edition season 2.
We did
No,
do
this
this.
is one.
We did do this
What?
before with our fellow friend Red 50.
If only he could be here.
If only he could be here. He probably called sick because of the amount of anime he's watching.
Yeah.
No, we made.
Probably, honestly.
Also, he's probably sleeping right now.
Yeah, we like.
That is also fair.
So, how awkward is it to know that you're being recorded?
It certainly makes me think a little bit more about what I say.
That's the best part about recording it. You can just edit stuff out if it's like.
Yeah, it feels a lot less. What's the word? Stressing?
Really? I feel like it'd be more.
No, it feels less because compared to streaming is what I
Well,
mean.
yeah, compared to streaming, it's much better. Because if you fuck up live, you fuck up. If you fuck up here, Asher will just have to have
Edit it out, yeah.
strenuous task of sitting through the 6-hour recording and editing it out.
Usually, if there's like a big fuck up mark point, I go into my notes app and I just mark down the time.
Ah, there you go. That's smart.
Yeah, that's fair.
I really botched my nail clipping today, and my right pinky has like a really shitty cut in it, and it's annoying the hell out of me. I can't wait for the next time I have to cut my nails, and I won't fuck it up next time.
I'm so bad at cutting my nails. That's why I refuse to do it.
I don't have any problems cutting my nails at all.
Why is it that we remove this natural weapon that we have?
Natural
Yeah,
weapon.
Here's the
Because
thing.
I
I
you
told
can
you.
use it against
You
yourself.
saw me. Hey, Jack.
Exactly. If you get
saw
an
my
itch and
message.
you have no nails, how are you gonna scratch it?
Hey, Jack. You remember my message? I can't scratch people anymore.
Exactly.
I like it. I like it. I find it fun just to scratch.
See, some people might bring like pepper spray or a knife or something when they're walking alone at night or something. Ivan brings nothing. He actually wants to get kidnapped.
Who the fuck walks
I just
alone
have
at
my
night?
nails. If someone attacks me, I just scratch their eye.
Yeah, go after their eye. They're like a shark, the weakest point. Or actually, I think it's the nose, but whatever, same thing.
The shark's weakest point is the nose?
I remember reading somewhere it's either the eye or the nose. It's very sensitive.
Well, the eye I would understand. Doesn't it just have like 2 holes in its face for a nose?
Probably.
I mean, it depends on the shark. Like the hammerhead, I don't think the nose is the weakest part.
Well, no, I'm thinking general shark here.
Like a great white.
Great white, tiger, stuff like that.
I mean, I guess if you can get like something sharp into the nose, that's not going to be good for any living thing.
Yeah, absolutely not. I think
Maybe
the eye is
maybe
like
an
the most-
anteater. That thing sniffs ass for a living.
I hate anteaters.
An anteater. Fucking. I remember reading a book about an anteater when I was in like the 3rd grade. It was really bad. We did it
I
before.
want you to put an
recess.
image of an anteater, like fucking sniffing up ants right now.
No.
Ants are fucking. Yeah,
Anteaters are scarier than ants.
I despise ants so much. Like,
Why?
I'm perfectly fine with spiders. I don't know why. I despise ants so
Well,
much.
isn't it because of that one traumatizing moment you had
Oh no.
with ants?
That is entirely fair. That is a reason.
Anteaters are scary.
Do you mind
They have,
going
like,
into
really bushy
detail? Because I
tails.
have a story I want to share about ants later.
I'm gonna tell my story right now. So did I tell you about it, Asher?
No.
Oh, you don't know?
This is the
You
first
don't
time.
know?
This is the first time.
Oh, okay. So, pretty much. Do you want me to go from the start, or do you want me to just tell the gist of it?
Go however you feel.
Do you want to?
It's not like we're really bursting with ideas of what to
Yeah.
talk about right now.
No,
so-
no. What I'm asking is, does he want me? Does he want me to just say the punchline, or do you want to build up?
You should. You asking if you want to
What
set the
the
joke up or just tell him the punchline?
It's
Exactly.
not, dude, you're not doing a good job of like telling me that this is a good story.
Yeah, I know. I'm asking you.
Ivan, tell
Yeah.
the whole story, not just the end.
All right. So, I have a habit of letting my clothes on the ground a lot. I'm mostly just about laziness. Yeah. Like I just undress my room and just grab pajamas or yes. When I go to sleep. So there's a pile of clothes on my floor that happens there sometimes. So one morning I wake up and just realize there's a lot of ants in my room. A lot more than usual.
Than
Wait,
usual.
how many are usually?
I mean, usually I have maybe one because I live in a basement, so some just enter
Oh,
from well,
that's
yeah.
evil. Oh, don't
yeah,
like
I live
these.
in a basement, so yeah. Uh,
Mans
so
lives in
sometimes
basement.
there's always like one or two ants sometimes, just because they wander in because I'm underground. But yeah. So there's like at least 20 ants somewhere. Everywhere in my room, and I just see them walking from my pile of clothes, back to a little hole where they usually go to. So
What the
I
fuck
just
is your room
I
like?
just
A
like
little hole?
What is your room
You
like,
sure there's
dude?
like
I
an
can-
ant colony living
I
in the
can-
walls
I
of
can-
your room?
I could show you. No, it's like
an
I could send you a
empire.
picture. Let me send you a picture of
Oh
it.
man,
It's not the colony, it's the homeland.
I really don't want to see this.
No, it's just like
It's like
It's,
it's like the Colony and B movie, just all of that in Ivan's floor.
Asher gets to put the see if we're streaming,
there
he
you
could
go.
put up the image.
I can actually, but you know.
Yeah, no, he can put it during the. There you go. I took a
What
picture
the
of it.
fuck?
What?
It's in my closet, pretty much. This is my closet area.
What do you mean
So,
closet area, dude? That looks like a little crevice in the wall that you like hide babies in.
No, not the crevice, but the entrance is in my closet area.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
I was like, that's my
so,
closet.
No, my closet is right there.
Hey,
The wooden
Bobby
thing,
or two in there. I
the
said,
wooden thing, the wooden thing you see next is my closet. Right next
Okay,
to it.
okay. You're cleaning up a
But,
lot. I thought that whatever you were
yeah,
opening
no.
was your
Yeah,
closet.
no, that's
It looks
usually
like
the
you
closet.
were. I can't, are you just holding like a piece of plywood, like drywall or something? Like,
Yeah,
like,
it's pretty much walls that I put there to close it off. But
at
man,
first
you
it
have
looked like
some
you're opening a little
low
tiny
fucking
door, but then I
living
realized
standards. What the
behind it
hell?
that is a
yeah,
strange
no,
image.
it is not connected at
I'd
all.
like to believe I
usually
had
just tape it.
low living standards, but after like seeing this image, I think I like you take the cake, bro.
Ivan's gonna wake up in the middle of the night and the drywall is gonna be gone.
Yeah, literally.
Australian bugs just descend from the wall and devour him.
But
He's gonna hear footsteps coming out of the closet or going into the closet, and then the drywall
Ugh.
gets slid back. Oh,
yeah.
You see
But,
like you see like his nail marks going into the closet.
But pretty much, the ants are just coming from there and coming back. So, first thing is water. Like any sane man, I pick up the vacuum cleaner to just vacuum all of them out.
what?
The fuck is wrong with you?
I
Holy
vacuum
shit! You're psychotic.
I vacuum the ants, clean my room, and then try to understand why. So I looked for my pile of clothes after vacuuming the shit out of them, since they kept coming after that still. So that's why I decided to investigate my clothes. And I find a tissue in there with how do I say it?
Snot.
No. The male reproductive fluid.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. I
Water?
In your clothes?
yeah. For some reason, I think I
They just leak
actually
there.
I think I simply put it there once, but the ants were
So
the
fucking
ants
loose
were-
with it.
the ants were all around it.
Ugh.
And this is how I learned that ants can eat sperm because it contains protein, which some types of ants really like.
Dude,
Man.
this is all on you.
I want to be the scientist like that studied that.
You're the one who made the fucking
I
mistake.
want to know what like how the idea to study that got in their head.
Wow.
How the same thing happened to them as that
I wanna know
happened to
from
me.
begin to end the
What?
process of like the
What a
studying and
story.
everything and writing up
yeah.
the article that you read to study whether or not
So-
ants eat.
so
Imagine
I
writing
am
the
like-
hypothesis on like why you think
I
ants
am-
might eat sperm.
That's fucking like I messaged Jack about it. I was like, ants are eating my fucking sperm.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm
Just in the middle of the
pretty
day. I was relaxing.
Reading a book and then he just looks at his phone. Sperm
Ants are
is
eating my-
eaten by ants.
Please help.
Please send help.
No, I did. I'm pretty sure I spammed.
They've
Please
trapped
help.
me in my closet.
I bet it's
Wait,
like
wait.
steroids for them.
Wait. I need to find it. I'm
Because
gonna
they're,
find the
like, high
exact
off of it.
conversation. I'm gonna
Maybe they
find
weren't
the
eating me.
exact.
Maybe they're just.
I'm trying to find a conversation. That we had about it. I cannot seem to see it.
I want to put this out here. My ant story is a lot less funny than that one.
Oh, I have a pretty cool ant story. I just remembered when I was really little.
Really now.
It was in my driveway.
Hey man.
Oh, do you want to go first?
I wanted to
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, go
sorry.
first,
I
yeah.
forgot you're ahead of me in the line of ant stories.
Yeah.
Me and the boys, wanted to go. You included. We wanted to go hang out at Red's house, and in his backyard. Obviously, there's some construction work, and we were looking at the rocks, and we noticed these two ants walking around on the rocks, and we're like, "Oh, what are they doing?" And they go up to this fat ass spider that's like sitting in the crevice of these two rocks. And they literally start poking at it. These two ants just start poking at the spider, and eventually it sprawls out into a battle. And the two ants are like biting at the spider, tearing his legs apart. And it was very sad actually for the spider because he was easily outmatched. These ants probably weighed more than him.
Oh, it was a
And
little tiny spider.
well, it was a tiny. Well, not compared to the ants, because like they were like mediocre sized, probably red ants, and they just started swarming the spider and they killed him. And they dragged his body around the rocks like it was fucking Satan.
Savage tribal ants like swinging the body around.
Auga,
like,
auga.
We did it.
Yeah, that was my ant story. That was fun. We basically cheered. At first we were cheered on by the ants because usually you don't see that, and then we noticed that the spider had a statistical not good chance of winning.
Really now.
The weight
63
class.
and they're 2/3 chance.
With a 66 and a 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice, that spider had a 33 and a third chance of winning. Yeah, no, his odds were not the
that
greatest.
Poor spider.
Mine
Oh, yeah,
also
it was messed
includes
up.
ant warfare.
All right, you go. You go with your story.
So it was me and my brother. It was a hot summer day. I was probably like 8 years old or something. Me and my brother were in the driveway, and there's this like stone step that leads to our driveway, and right in front of it there's like a crap ton of ants there, dozens of ants and stuff. And upon closer inspection, because we were looking at them, we noticed that they're fighting, and we realized it looked like some sort of like ant civil war. And there's like two ants like was like fighting the queen and like tore the queen in half and like threw her off the stone step and
God.
stuff.
Christ.
He was a pretender.
It was
Pretender to the throne of the ant.
Viva la revolution.
Viva la revolution. Well,
Take down the tyrant leader.
talk about Viva la revolution. There's two ways to say it, and people usually just use it entirely wrong way. So there's two things. There's the Spanish, and there's French.
What are we talking about?
Viva la revolution.
Oh.
Yeah. Viva is Spanish. Révolution is French. Révolution is Spanish. I see people always say Viva la Révolution, or Vive la Révolution. It is. I don't for multilingual like me. It is so annoying to hear that. I don't know. It's like you have one chance out of two to use it right, and you
Well, how do you say it right?
Viva la Révolution or Vive la Révolution.
Which one's the French?
Second one's French, first one was Spanish.
So vive.
Yeah, Vive.
Vive.
I don't. I don't know why. It's like a pet peeve I've discovered of it because I just hear people saying "Viva la révolution."
That's
When
a
you say
good
people,
topic.
when you say people, you just mean me.
That's a good
No,
topic.
no, no.
Pet
I hear it from
peeves.
people.
Well, yeah,
I hear it
everyone
from
uses
people.
it.
Yeah, I
Viva
know.
la révolution is just a French saying now because Americans forced it to be.
Literally.
There's that one song.
Uh,
I just think of John Tron saying it. But he probably said V because he's smart.
I
He's
hope so.
educated.
That's a good. What's a good talking topic though? We should go over everyone's like number one pet peeve.
Eating loudly. Or just obnoxiously.
I think like that's just like a whoever does that is just more of a scumbag.
Oh, but it's just, I'm very susceptible to it. Like, even the most minor offense. Like, if...
Huh.
Like,
I
if
can
you,
see that
if you
pretty
open your
clear.
mouth when you're chewing, like, once, or if you talk with your mouth full, I actually don't really mind if you talk with your mouth full. But chewing loudly at all, like, breathing heavily while you chew or anything, it just...
You breathe heavily just normally without chewing.
It fires my neurons in the wrong way, and it makes me want to like push you down a set of stairs and hope you crack your neck open.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like I chew with my mouth closed, but for some
You what?
reason it can be heard. Yeah, I usually like if you look at me chewing, I chew with my mouth closed, but you can
Oh, I
still hear it.
said that about my mom's clothes.
I chew on my mom's clothes.
I'm pretty okay. Talking about mom's clothes, I'm pretty sure.
Wait a minute.
Uh,
Hold on.
Hold up.
I'm pretty sure
Is this
Jack
okay?
has what?
What?
Jack has what?
A picture of me in a fucking dress.
Oh, I do. It's saved in my special
Yeah,
folder. in my
I
computer.
know. I know you do.
I bet. Okay, here's one of the two possibilities. If I saw a picture of you in a dress, either you look pretty okay with it on, or you look pretty awful with it on. Those are
It,
the
it
two.
was
He
the
looks like
picture
Aubrey.
of 2018.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
Well, it's just his like legs and like half of his torso, like his abdomen down to his feet, and his hands holding the phone.
Well,
You don't get to see
no.
his face or anything.
Yeah, no, I did add
How
my face
disappointing.
in
But
I
you can
was-
tell
I was-
from the
Every
lengthy
frame of
fingers.
Ivan face makes me happy.
there. But no, I was not gonna show my face in a picture like that. I'll just say, the dress was extremely comfy. I don't know why, but the dress was really comfortable. Fits it, I suppose.
Ivan, when you
Yeah?
were a bit younger, or
Mhm.
now, I guess, if you still do these things, did your schools ever have like school dances?
No.
No school dances.
Well, you have like 2,500 people at your school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it wouldn't be the best idea to hold a big dance.
I got it wrong, by the way. It's 2.4.
2.4.
There you go. Our school is about like 500 people, maybe like.
Yeah.
Well,
And he
dances.
had
Well,
what- he
dances
had
were
almost-
usually like
Okay.
restricted to certain age groups.
The only school actually yeah, the only school dances we have is for the people who
Oh,
graduate.
no, apparently we have 987 students at
It's
our
for the
school,
people who graduate.
Which one? The school we go to now, or the one before?
The one we go to now.
Wow, that's it.
900. I mean, that's it.
I always
That's
figured
almost
there was. I
1,000.
always figured there was more.
Yeah. That's a good amount. That's sizable. It's only like 2 buildings.
But we're a county school.
Sure.
People come all over the place to us.
Wait, Ivan, is your school just a high school, or is it like?
It's a high school.
And by high
it's a
school, you mean
public high
Canadian high school, so it starts in 7th grade.
It's the Quebec one.
Quebec, sorry, right? Quebec's got to
Yeah.
be different from everyone.
The Canadian one is literally the same as you guys. But yeah, it is.
Our
So
school
it's
It's
like
a public. It's a
7th
public high school.
7th to 11th grade.
Yes, this
Yeah,
is my last
our high
year.
school is just 9th to 12th grade.
Mm,
So
I
you guys
see.
have one more grade than us, but you have 2.4 thousand people, and we have about
Yeah.
like we don't even have 1,000.
Sounds like hell, Ivan.
Well, it's actually pretty nice.
More people to make fun of.
Yeah.
No,
that's
not really.
That's one way to look at it.
That's
Wow.
the best way to look at it.
Wow.
That's when you know
You
you've
have
got
to
a
look on the
troubled
bright side.
youth.
Oh yeah. Apparently, from a source I asked, I think I messaged you on Snapchat. All those combos. about the ants, and not on Discord, unfortunately. So I
Yeah, it
can't
was on
find them
Snapchat.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you
Oh yeah, I
looking
sent
for
you
it?
snaps of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Well, what do you think of it?
So speaking of Donald Trump's speech today,
Oh God.
Oh boy.
was I the only one depressed to hear he's not going to be making a Patriot Party?
Oh, I was
I
upset
did not
too
care.
because that could totally
Myself.
like change how the Republican Party.
That would
is
fuck the
functioning.
Republicans over, man.
Well, here. What about this, Ivan? Okay. He
But they
makes a
can't-
Patriot Party. Democrats split into two, into a progressive and Democrat party.
I don't think that would happen.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't, because Democrats. Well, neither political party's that stupid. Neither political
Uh-huh.
party's gonna. The only way they're gonna split is if both parties like make an agreement to both split at the same time.
Which would not happen.
Unless either party's like forced to split
I feel like
somehow.
a good portion of like some very not super into it Republicans might drop out.
Possibly.
There was like a Zoom call with a bunch of moderate Republicans. They like had a big Zoom call and discussed whether or not they should make a third party and break away from the Republican Party because they don't like Trump.
It just
I know
seemed
like Lisa Murkowski said she might leave the Republican Party because of Trump and stuff. Just have to wait and see. I don't think any of them are gonna leave. It's working as it is, and leaving might jeopardize either themselves or the party as a whole.
I love how his representation within the party is like fucking ruining the like the political representation of so many other people. They're like, yeah, no, that's a bit rough. I want out.
Yeah, just look at Georgia. If it weren't for Trump, I think Georgia would have 2 Republican senators.
We'll just have to see what time
Possibly.
tells us in the future. Hopefully,
Uh-huh.
Screenshot, Ivan.
hopefully things just get better.
I found it while looking at Snapchat.
Hey Ivan,
But yeah. Yep.
any games you're anticipated for?
Lori too.
Ah, fuck, I cut myself.
Games I'm in. Honestly, I have not been keeping up with new games at all.
Destiny
Like-
3.
Destiny
Nah.
3.
Fuck Destiny. Fuck Destiny. Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em.
Vicky
Fuck
3.
Bungie.
Third Battlefront.
Victoria 3, I may actually be interested in if it ever comes out.
EA
I
is
may
gonna
actually
come out with a
Iron
new
5.
franchise.
What? That's
Madden
right.
22.
No, not that.
Yeah, I
It's
can't wait
fun,
for Madden 22.
But it melts my brain, my neurons. It makes me want to kill myself, but it's fun.
Oh yeah.
There's another game. There's actually 2 games that make me want to kill myself.
3. Madden, Ultimate Chicken Horse, and Amori.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a difference though between one another. One's out of like pure pain, the other's out of brain numbness, the other's out of emotion.
Literally.
You know what, Madden's the brain numbness, and Chicken Horse is the utter like fucking.
It's pain.
Distraught.
It's pain.
Literally, just pain. Chicken horse is just fucking pain.
Especially with the double party box, max points.
Like how we're still discovering new ways to fuck over our game experience. Like
No, we've gotten so good at the
we
game.
have 60 plus hours in it, and yet like we're still.
Well, I have
changing.
I have half your hours.
Oh, dude, I have like 90 hours. I almost have 100 hours in Chicken Horse. It's scary how much we
You
played.
wanna know? You wanna know how much hours I have? 32.
I'm
have
unsure
93.2.
how much hours is like intended to play.
You have like 3 times my hours.
Yeah, I have 86.6 hours.
And yet I still am somewhat confident to game. I remember when you guys kept saying, "Are you sure you've never played this?"
You played the game before, Ivan.
You,
Fuck
you
off.
were
I
totally
never-
lying to us. You played the game.
I have never played the game.
You
before
lied
that
to
moment.
us. You lied to us.
The only time I had played was 10 seconds when I opened the game.
Did you know that scientists are cloning endangered species now?
Yeah, I read about that not too long ago.
We
Was it
literally
like
have cloning technology now.
I know.
They're cloning white rhino embryos in an attempt to save the species from extinction.
I do hope it works out, but then again, you don't know how clonage.
When's Jurassic Park gonna happen? When are we gonna have dinosaurs?
When are we gonna find like the
It-
embryo of a dinosaur?
When does
and make that
Ecosia
shit
start
happen?
Oh,
cloning trees
God.
instead of planting them?
You're gonna mutate trees and like a biological disaster will happen.
Literally.
All
Like-
trees die. Eye on the earth. Oh my god.
That would be fucking terrifying. It'd be extremely depressing because I love trees.
Okay, well
Did
that's
it-
not.
did
I don't think that would be the only reason why it will be
Do you think
bad.
anyone would be happy about it?
You know,
No,
oxygen loss and all that shit.
Yeah.
It'd be
Fun
so
fact, when I
scenery.
was
Yeah,
a
what about the
kid,
air?
when I was a kid, I spent so much fucking time with trees. I kept climbing them and just staying, you know. I
Is
don't
that why
know
you
why.
have such long fingers? You like stretch.
He adopted a part of his monkey ancestry.
Oh god. But no, I love climbing trees. I don't know why. It's just
Well, I mean,
Telling
something
you,
that's really
monkey
nice.
ancestry.
Like there's nothing like climbing a tree and just reading a book in it. Like I used to grab a
Man, you Twitter bitch.
why?
Ivan, are you gonna wear a beanie when you get older? Do you wear a beanie now?
Beanie. Let me look up what it is. Yes, I do wear some right now. We call them sick. Though. A toque.
I love that. You're just a
My
hipster.
mom
I
calls it
love
a tick.
I love it.
Toque.
What? Why am I a hipster?
Wearing beanies,
There's nothing like climbing
Read-
up a tree and reading a good
reading
book.
books and trees.
Why?
Meanwhile, the rest of us
I
men
don't-
are
I don't
holed up
do- I don't-
inside playing
I
video
don't-
games all day.
I don't do it anymore. It was when I was a kid. But
Oh yeah, it's a pandemic. If you go outside right now, you're gonna melt.
that's entirely fair. I am so mad that
What if the tree has
fucking-
corona?
the government still has the curfew on, and it's really annoying because my mental health has been severely deteriorating for the past 2 months because
Aren't
of
we
it.
all?
Well, I don't think anyone's mental health has like.
I
gotten
know,
better over the.
I know, but it's been getting
Pandemic.
worse than usual because I can't take walks outside to get my ideas clear anymore, and I
Well,
just stay
Do
up
it
till
during
like
the
4
day
a.m.
instead of the middle of
It
the night.
doesn't work like that for me.
Hang your head out the
The
window.
day- The day I just get distracted, the night I can actually relax and
Do you
focus
bring
my
like
thoughts.
any sort of self-defense so when some white van pulls
No.
up next to you while you're not paying
No, I
attention
just-
to anything and you just get kidnapped and die?
No, I have been doing.
What
that
if you,
for
like,
years.
They don't have
corner and
have that in
smoke on a
Canada.
drug
I'm
dealer?
not-
Oh, sorry
I'm not
about that.
worried
Sorry about
about
that.
it.
Sorry about that. I thought you were
I'm
someone
not worried
else.
about it.
Yeah, I know you're not worried about it, but should you be?
I mean, I've been doing this for 4 years or so, and I'm perfectly fine.
That doesn't
so-
make you any
You've
like.
been polluting the planet for more than 4 years.
That doesn't
and
make
it's
your
not perfectly
odds any
fine.
better of surviving a situation like that, though.
Yeah, but like,
Just carry
Probably-
like a
probably
can of
just have-
spray paint or something.
Spray paint.
and usually I sometimes
Spray-
bring my
spray-
dog. I sometimes bring my dog as well.
Your dog's awake at like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, she's
do you
awake
just
literally
wake
all
up?
night. But my dog has the same sleep schedule as me.
Does your dog have long fingers on its paws, like human
No, but
fingers?
No, she does not.
That's actually upsetting, dude. Why would you have a dog without human fingers?
Yeah, jeez,
There's
dude.
talking about dogs. There's a dog in my neighborhood who only has 3 legs, and it's so sad to look at it.
Yeah,
Like,
I have
it's-
one next door.
like,
it's
It's
rough.
Just give it a
it's
fourth leg.
fucking it breaks my heart every time I see it.
Well, if we can clone white rhinos, maybe we could can we make the give
Raw
the dog?
organs.
You think they make prosthetic legs for dogs?
It kind of gives me courage. I kind of like seeing it because it's like, wow, that dude literally.
Yeah,
probably
no,
got hit
no,
by a
yeah, no.
car,
Like
and
I
he's
feel
still
bad.
chugging
I feel
along.
bad, but I'm like, that is really a strong dog who can just handle it. Yeah, but at the same time, my empathy just fucking skyrockets whenever I see it, and it hurts my soul at the same time. Even though I'm happy that it's doing okay.
Better
always-
than feeling nothing.
It's always a Labrador too.
Yeah,
It's like
it
it's,
is
either,
a Labrador.
it's either a Labrador or a Golden Retriever.
It is
It's nothing
literally
ever
like,
else.
Yeah, it is a Labrador.
I've only ever seen a
Uh.
Lab or a Golden Retriever with like one less leg.
And Jack, talking about that, remember we've talked about like how much you've changed. Like when I went back with the old DMs with your girlfriend, between you and Ice DMs, like you agreed. Like I still have that one screenshot. Wait, I need to find it. The O key. Do you remember it, Jack?
The what?
O key.
Yeah, I used to say that.
I
Yeah,
always
No,
still
but
say
like with this face, like this face at the end.
Ew.
Yeah, it's February.
What the
I'll
hell?
find the image. Give me a sec.
No, that's gross.
I'll find it. How is it gross? It was adorable.
When did
A
you add that
difference
image?
in
Found it.
perspective and
I
opinion.
found it. I have found it. I have found it, Jack. There you go. 2017. I don't think you want me to send that to Ashid. Except if you're fine with it.
Come on,
No.
Jack.
But- Yeah, I'm pretty sure that go into Jack Blackmail folder.
I
Yeah.
don't have a Jack Blackmail folder.
Did you just make a blackmail? That you're just making it now, or have you had
No.
it for years?
No, I don't have one.
Fuck! I dropped a drumstick.
The closest to a blackmail folder I have is my brain.
Me and Jack did hip hop in 3rd or 2nd grade. I can't.
Yo, we danced to Justin Bieber.
That was so stupid. I
Justin
hated
Bieber
it.
go burr.
I remember we forgot
God.
to come to the final concert or whatever we did when we were doing the finalist dancing thing, and we didn't bring our shirts, so we needed to go into the entrance hall of the boys' locker room and throw our shirts on.
It was great.
It was great.
We felt like big boys, changing the locker room.
Yeah, because we had never done that before, so we were like, whoa.
Exactly. It was like 3rd grade.
It wasn't even in the locker room. It was the entrance
I
hall
remember
to the locker room.
doing that because we did hip hop in the library, and before we would sit in the cafeteria for like half an hour, and you could have like a after school snack and stuff. And I forget why, but I went to the library a little bit early. I think I was just nearby there because I had to go like maybe see the nurse or something. I don't know. But I was there and I looked at the time and I was like, oh, it's like 5 minutes before hip hop. I'm gonna go to the library. And the librarian lady was walks up to me and she starts screaming at me because I was like, yo, hip hop is starting in like 3 minutes. What do you mean I have to get out of the library? What? I don't want to, because if I had left the library, I would just walk back to the cafeteria, and then walk back to the library immediately.
Wow.
And we didn't even finish our argument between like little 2nd grade me and this old librarian girl who's like yelling at me like, go back to the cafeteria right now. You're not supposed to be here.
Was it Miss Wade?
We didn't even finish. No, it wasn't. It was the other one.
Oh.
And we didn't even finish the argument before the rest of the hip hop kids showed up to the library and we started. And she walked away. I was like,
Nice.
oh my god, it's like teachers talking to little kids.
I don't get it
But their
sometimes.
brains just melt and they lose all sense of like logic.
It always felt so condescending whenever I look back on it. I get
Yeah,
that
no,
vibe a lot.
sometimes some teachers are extremely constant.
Never Mr. Well, I mean, it can be hard. I can get it to not be
Yeah.
condescending to someone who's like literally inferior to you in every single way.
Uh-huh.
But
That's fairly fair.
they're younger, stupider, weaker,
Equality.
smaller. Like
Well, but the one thing we have, we're less close to death. Most of us, at least.
I don't know, man. You could die at
It's
any
like
point
stupid
in
shit all the
period of
time. I mean, me and Asher watched a video of some kid in China throwing a firecracker into a manhole and like, being launched 10 feet in the air.
God.
That was fun. I want to do that.
Just make sure to land on your butt instead of your head.
Oh God. Oof.
That's how you blow up a fucking city block.
Well, maybe if you throw like a stick of dynamite in there.
That's what my plan is.
Just shove down as many as you can before it goes. 6 sticks of dynamite just fucking...
Macho went down like a
Oh,
glorious
God, my
hero.
patience.
The street is just opened up.
Yeah,
You're sent like 30 feet in the air.
hip hop was very interesting for an after school activity. I think that was my first after school activity like I've ever done, and it was.
I remember Dungeons and Dragons after school.
That was so.
I
That got
know.
me in. That literally got me into like stuff like GURPS and stuff in the future and like doing.
Oh yeah,
tabletop.
role playing tabletop games. Oh,
You want to
So
know?
good.
You want to know a fun fact? We don't have after school stuff here.
You poor bitch.
I've never had.
Members of the Quebecois educational system.
Yeah.
Schools like don't even have like art classes and stuff, or like don't have
Yeah.
extensive art class. They have like basic art where it's like you sit down and draw.
You finger paint.
Don't even have paintbrushes. They don't have like, but like some schools.
they
still have
got
sports teams and
$25 in funding.
It makes me feel privileged to have a be in the American educational system for once.
Uh,
I'm
quite
like, yes,
something.
thank God I'm not there.
And
Thank God we
also,
have an educational system.
we are missing so many fucking teachers as well. We have such a shortage. We don't have enough teachers.
They're all moving to Finland because they get paid like doctors and lawyers in Finland.
Because they don't have
it's
Common
one
Core
thing.
in
It's
Finland,
one thing
right?
I feel advocate for. We need to invest less in what's the word, in healthcare and more into education.
Yeah, but doesn't the Quebecois healthcare system also suck donkey ass?
It sucks. Well, it used to be better, and then the liberals happened. Because you see,
always blame
what
it on the
the liberals-
liberals.
what the liberals did is they tried to centralize it around the big cities instead of making it a very decentralized one, which worked fine. So pretty much now, instead of going to your local hospital or clinic, you have to head over to one of the big cities.
Well, is that
to
you go to the big city if like you're suffering majorly, right? Like if you like broke your arm, for example, you have to go to the hospital. But if you're just feeling a little under the weather, you can go to your local clinic.
yeah, well, stuff that local clinically for like local practitioners, yeah.
That seems very
But
fair to me.
here's what happened now. So because of centralization, and since everybody who had major issues goes to the hospital, they're now even extremely bloated because they're all centralized in one place.
Okay, then just
And
make
now
the
they
hospital
didn't add any more buildings. They just will put the equipment in a single place. So what the liberals created is a bloated healthcare system with not enough space nor personnel to take everyone, which ends up in 12 to 16 hours waiting times.
Oh my god.
Well, let's thank the gods above. They don't have to go like that system doesn't have to go through a global pandemic.
My arm got cut off. Help me.
Yeah.
We could in
Yeah,
6
yeah.
hours.
Oh yeah, actually, you have to like wait for hours sometimes just to
Yeah,
like
no, it's
get
fucking,
in.
Hopefully
yeah,
I don't
it's
get
fucking
hurt.
horrible.
It's atrocious.
It's fucking horrible, man. Like, and also,
At least it's free.
Hey, want to know a fun fact? Our doctors, like médecins, are the best paid in the world apparently as well. You want to know what the liberals did? They raised the doctors' pays a lot because a lot of them were many of them liberals in the government were actually old doctors, and also they had many doctor friends. It's very well known here in Quebec that the liberals were extremely corrupt, yet for some reason we kept
Corrupt
electing them over
doctors.
and over. We elected them for 16 years straight, even though we knew they fucking were corrupted as
Seems
fuck.
like most med fields tend to be corrupt in
Ooh.
some way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least your healthcare system isn't privatized to the max like ours.
Yeah.
At least like the healthcare system is at least trying to help the people instead of making profit off of.
Yeah, no,
like,
no, it is.
health.
I've never used my healthcare because it doesn't cover dental. Dental's the only thing that's wrong with me.
That is
This-
one thing. That is one thing I really wish we had included here: dental healthcare, because we don't have
It's
that.
not universal. Whoops.
Yeah.
I can understand that though. I can understand like the government can spend on things more important than your dental care for every citizen.
I personally think it's very important, at least to me.
I don't like. I mean, maybe if you're gonna die because your teeth like growing into your brain or something, but like, it's not the same as
But
like getting a high fever or something.
But what I mean personally, it's not like arrangement for aesthetic stuff. It's let me look at translation. It's right. No. #G.
You got this.
Oh,
you're using Ecosia.
Yeah.
Welcome to the fields, my brother.
Can we get a quick shout out to Ecosia?
Yeah, quick shout out to Ecosia. I'll link it. I'll link
Tooth
stuff
Decay.
below to go
Tooth
check it
Decay,
out.
or
Please
whatever
go
that's
check
called.
it out.
Tooth decay.
Save the
Yeah.
world, Ecosia.
I think that's the word. I'm not
Well,
sure.
what you could do, make sure in schools, it's properly educated. Young kids are properly educated on dental care.
Oh no, it is. It definitely
Um,
is. I'm just extremely dumb.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing.
The government shouldn't have to spend money
The
on every
problem
single
is-
citizen in case you feel like being dumb and not
No,
like,
no,
taking
no.
care of your
The
teeth.
problem
Especially if you're educated properly on how to take
No,
care
no.
of your
I
teeth.
take care of it. I take care of it. I floss not every day, every 1 or 2 days,
You're doing
and
better than me.
I brush my teeth every day, 2 times. But the problem is I eat so many fucking apples that the acid in those apples just make my teeth extremely weak. Which, if you did not know, it is very bad for your teeth to be weak.
Alien monkey boy eats too many
Which is-
apples.
Yeah, it's really. I eat green apples, which is probably why it's even worse.
Green apples
I
are
just-
the bomb.
I love green apples.
I prefer red, but green's not like the end of the world.
But yeah,
Yellow apples are pretty good.
Chinese pears are also pretty good.
Chinese ears.
Pears. They're pretty much like
Chinese
they're
ears.
just like apples, but they taste like pears.
They taste pretty
That's what
conservative.
Chinese pears are.
You mean pears?
Pears.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, pears.
Chinese ears.
Yeah, pears. Yeah, okay, that's it.
Chinese ears are pretty good. Just casually throwing that out there.
Oh, talking about the Chinese.
Oh no!
No.
It's about to
China-
take over
China.
Taiwan.
China just declared a commercial embargo on Canada, or is planning to, if I remember correctly.
A commercial embargo.
So pretty much rice, soya, and many other products will not be shipped to Canada.
So you're
That
gonna
are from
fucking
China.
die economically then.
Ooh, it's gonna be rough, but
If those products are shipped to the United States, can't Canada just buy it from the United States?
Well, yeah, but
That-
I'm sure we're gonna spike the price
It'd be-
compared to how China is giving it out.
probably.
Well, yeah, because we're America, and we're the only place they can get it from, I guess.
Well, no, technically we could
also,
get it
Canada's
from.
supposed to be our ally and stuff.
We could get it
I
from.
want to start a trade war with Canada now.
Trade war.
We could get it from Japan. But the one thing I'm hoping is
yeah.
that
New
it
Zealand.
forces. It forces the Canadian government to actually be less dependent on China, which. In the short term, it's gonna hurt us, but in long term, if the Canadian government just creates some connections outside China, I feel like it'd be better
I
diplomatically
think
and
we
just
could all be
economically.
better if we were less dependent on China.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what I'm
They're
hoping. out of
building
it.
up right now. I've
But
seen
how are
it.
you supposed to not be dependent on China? I mean, they produce everything.
Well, that's the problem. They are making themselves like to be economically like.
Yeah,
a bomb.
China has been the center of cultural and economics for thousands of years.
We
Oh,
just-
dude, they're
before
thinking
Riot.
ahead too. They're investing
Yeah.
in Africa so that
Yeah.
when their economy develops past the point of just manufacturing and actually gets into like more skilled labor, like tech stuff and whatnot, they'll have someone to produce their stuff. Africa will become China's China.
Chinese
Yeah.
tech
Africa will be the new center of
here's the
manufacturing
thing.
stuff.
Here's the thing: the UN works by a country basis. So if China gets most countries in Africa on its side, that is what 50 votes in the UN Assembly, which although it's not a Security Council, it is still a pretty influential body which can just influence the rest of the world by itself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
plus they already have a
There's a
Security Council.
study's been shown that shows like because China invests in a bunch of infrastructure in Africa and stuff,
Mhm.
and countries that vote more like the more that an African country votes with China, the more funding it gets for infrastructure
Yeah.
from China.
Yeah, absolutely. China's playing a very smart economic game.
They're smart, and then
Yeah.
you compare it to us, where it's like Trump is like,
China as a country is very fucking good. For its
from a
human rights,
morally and ethical standpoint, they're
It's the
shit.
word. but from a
But from, like-
economic state and just good nationalist one,
like they're led very
it's
well,
fucking great. Yeah,
but
no,
it's not a like
That's
it's
why.
not good.
the voice and everything.
That's why.
It's good for the
Strange
people.
to show like
Yeah.
the largest autocratic system in the world is being run the best, which is
'Cause
scary to think
block
about.
of information,
one
bro.
thing.
None of the people know
It's-
that they're getting ruled poorly.
For a long time, it's always been like this because democracy is extremely fragile. Like it is the most fragile of political systems in the world.
Oh yeah,
A
and easily be
democracy.
abused.
Yeah, exactly, and it
Just look
is
at
extremely hard to maintain.
January 6th.
It's also extremely hard to maintain because once somebody gains too much power, nobody can stop it really over the people. But the people
But the people
rely.
support the person that's taking power.
The people put the person in
Sometimes,
power.
Yeah, sometimes it's that. You take Saddam Hussein, for example, in Iraq. Back then, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. He just consolidated power and just got military under him. Or did
Fucking
Assad get
Bush.
elected? I forgot if Assad got elected.
What?
Assad,
I don't know much
in
about
Syria. Give me a
it.
second.
I just know they became dictators. I don't really know how.
I don't know shit
specifically.
about Middle East politics.
I
Yeah.
need to look at Bashar al-Assad.
I just know it's messy.
Yes.
It's a messy.
Yeah, I'm
region.
pretty sure. Yeah, he did get. Yeah, he did get elected. Like Bashar al-Assad, the current dictator in Syria got elected, for example.
Mhm.
It just
Hitler
to
got.
show-
Hitler didn't get
Yeah.
elected.
well,
He was appointed chancellor.
he was appointed
almost got
chancellor,
elected.
and he was in a coalition government
He was
with
also popular.
Hindenburg. That's why. The reason why he got in power was because two things. He was in a coalition government with Hindenburg because he had to choose between two things: the National Socialist or the Communist, because those were the two major political parties in Germany at that time, as well as the conservative Hindenburg. So he had to choose between one of the two, and of course he wasn't going to choose the Communists because they're conservative. So he coalitioned with that, and then Hitler was appointed chancellor, and then Hindenburg died, and now Hitler had pretty much both roles because of it. He passed many laws before so that made chancellor a lot more powerful, and with Hindenburg dog, which was the president, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Well, he just assumed the role president because he was a chancellor, and then declared dictatorship. And because he actually was very good at running the country and was surrounded by competent people, of course the people loved him. He fixed the German economy long before the United States or other countries did.
Exactly. It just goes to show like a competent dictator. Because if you give someone complete and utter power,
It could be
not utter power, then like they're gonna run the system better than a democracy will because
Yeah.
democracy's messy by design.
absolutely.
But they won't run it well from an ethical standpoint.
Usually the problem with like one person controlling a lot of things, or if not everything, a lot of your personal views gets filled in, and then that for the people is obviously a very big no-no because a lot of it will not align ever, and that's how that shit falls apart.
But like, for example, Mussolini. Do you know how Mussolini took power?
He
You
just
guys
got a
know.
bunch of his supporters walked up and said, "I want
Rome?
this."
He was supported by the people. The people wanted Italy to be quote unquote great again, which
Once again, just showing the parallels between like
Yeah.
modern fascist movements and those of the past.
yeah no it's not new really. Like you just have to look. It's not even that far. Like 80 years ago or so.
There's
and-
people alive now.
Yeah.
That lived during World War II.
Mhm.
Hell, Trump almost did. I think Biden was
Yeah.
he was like
Biden-
two Trump.
Biden
or
was-
Biden,
yeah.
but Biden was born like 1942, I think.
Yeah, he was. But yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like the parallels between the past and present are so great that you wonder why people just you know the saying learning from the past.
Yeah,
Well,
that's why
clearly we have not learned from the fucking past.
This is why history class is important.
That's
Yeah,
why we
no,
have
this is why
pill
history is
bottle
important.
safety.
Like not just
Shit.
history focused on your country, global history and how such movements happened. by itself. So we
I mean,
don't.
that's what
So
we
can't
learned
do
in
that.
like freshman global class was great. Is we learned about one of our units was about Hitler and how he rose to power, and we spent a long time discussing in detail about like the burning of the Reichstag and stuff like that, and what
Like
he
fire
did once he
decree.
got into power. And
Yeah, the Reichstag fire decree to pretty much put pin in on the communists.
I mean, goddamn, you can exactly like he pinning all of the country's problems on like
Communists,
political, ethical
Jews.
stuff. Like yeah, he pinned it on Jews and communists and stuff. And in modern movements, it's pinning it on like, for example, like Islamic people,
No,
Muslims.
it's still communist, but
And you can see like we United States set up a Muslim travel ban and stuff like that. It's just the parallels. It's so similar, and it's so depressing to see so many millions of people not recognizing it.
Yeah, talking about Muslims and stuff. It's funny to think.
we're going down
that-
the rabbit hole here.
No.
We should maybe.
It's no, don't worry. It's positive.
We're an hour
So,
in.
So the so the Middle East, to most people in the world, is considered a very conservative place, rightfully so, because it entirely is. And then you look like
I see why it's rightfully so.
yeah, you look 60 years ago, and you realize that it was the absolute opposite of it. I'm pretty sure you've seen the Turkey video, right, Jack?
The what?
The video on Turkey that had like a no. Pretty much
You sound so heartbroken.
in one of them. So in Egypt, there was a president in the 1960s. Let me look him up. Because I forgot his name.
Man, Persepolis was a good book.
It was.
Right, 1960s. Give me a second. Videos. Gamal Abdel Nasser. 1958. I'm gonna send this right here. So
That's all, folks.
so pretty much what happened in this quote unquote video pretty much is that somebody from the president got demanded something by a member of the leader of Muslim Brotherhood, which at the time was a political organization for Muslim conservatives especially, which asked him to make hijabs mandatory in Egypt, which to the president he laughs it off. He generally just laughs it off. The audience with him laughs it off. Even one of them says, "Make him wear it instead," for example. And then you look at that video, which is from the 1960s, around that time, 1950s, 60s. That president stayed in power for until 1965, I think. And you have that, which was all over the Arab world. You take what's the word? I forgot. But a lot of people took a very secularist approach in the Middle East in the 60s. One of the reasons for the collapse of those things, I'll let you guess what it is, Jack. Guess what happened to Egypt's social democracy, the Arab socialism in Egypt. Jack.
I don't know what.
American coups,
Oh.
American interventions.
Yeah, let's go. Let's kill a democratically elected president and put someone that wasn't.
The Americans had a lot of stuff to say in Egypt. So there's multiple reasons why Arab socialism fell, but two of the main ones were losing to Israel, which reduced the populace's
This is Egypt.
Egypt and most Muslim countries, because a lot of them were social
Dude,
democracies.
Israel is run damn well.
No, Israel's run damn well, but they were made the countries around them. I'll just say that, to be honest, because like they but yeah, during the 7 Days War, Israel beat Egypt, Syria, Jordan, Lebanon. If I remember correctly, they all joined, right? Lebanon, Iraq. They beat all of those countries.
Dude, I want to study like the Israeli government.
The Israeli government is very interesting. It's pretty much a NEFTA state over there. It's
Joe
quite
Biden
weird.
is older than the Israeli government.
It's kind of funny, but yeah.
By 4 years.
So pretty much, Arab socialism was a big thing for quite a long time, and then it fell apart due to multiple reasons. But the reason in Egypt was partially due to the United States. And that's fun, because they were refusing to align with anyone, nor the Soviets nor the United States. So yeah. Arab socialism, he used to laugh at the president of Egypt at the time. He used to laugh at forcing women to wear the veil. Would be fucking distraught at this time. Now in this time and age where that's what's happening in Egypt. You used to be able, you used to go in the streets of Baghdad or Alexandria, and you wouldn't see a veiled woman at all. And no, you do. You just simply do. And the state's can't force them.
Congratulations.
You have my vote,
What?
Ivan.
10 minutes on Egyptian politics.
Arab socialism. Sorry,
I'm so proud
I
of your Middle East.
yeah. The Middle East wasn't just, in short, the Middle East wasn't always a conservative shithole. It used to be, for a long time actually, many times it was one of the brightest places in the world. Especially in the Middle Ages as well.
The president of Israel is largely an apolitical and ceremonial role, and is not considered a part of any government branch. So the president he's just kind of there.
It's a representation.
He doesn't do anything.
He's a representation of
six
democracy.
presidents, technically. They have 6 representatives who don't have any power. Because it's our democracy.
Cabinet ministers are appointed by the prime minister. Alright, here we go. The people elect the legislative branch, who chooses the president, who technically but not really appoints the prime minister. But the legislative branch actually elects the prime minister, and the prime minister and the legislative branch work together to form the government. Interesting.
Look up the Swiss political system. It's generally pretty interesting how it works, at least to me. It's relatively simple, quote unquote, but it's one of the most efficient systems in the world, at least to me. But it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work in a country like the U.S. just because there's so many people. It's such a big country that I doubt it'd actually work. It's a direct democracy.
Oh, it's a direct democracy?
Yep. Every law or everything that passes has to be voted by the people. In referendums.
God damn, that is
Everything.
Freaking what? That is whack. Can you imagine, like, once a month you have to go out and fucking vote on something?
I honestly, I would not mind. I would
enjoy
I would
it.
love that.
That'd
Yeah.
be- we
A
should all
lot of
learn.
people would
We
not.
should all learn French or whatever they probably.
Which, I mean, if you think about it,
The Swiss speak 4 languages.
only the
Actually.
people that are interested in the policies would go out and vote. every single time.
What, German, Italian, Austrian, and French?
No,
Could be interesting.
German,
I mean, not in the
Italian,
United States,
Romansh,
300 million
French.
people, that'd be freaking crazy, but...
German, Italian, Romansh, and French. Those are 4 languages. But yeah, no, for example, if Quebec was a dark democracy, I'd love it. Like, I would love having something like that.
Oh, that's never gonna happen.
I know it's not. It's really fucking
It's Switzerland
sad.
even become a direct democracy? How did that happen?
It happened
Mountain
indeed.
Switzerland's such a
monkey
strange place.
ancestry.
It
Switzerland has a tradition of direct democracy. For any change in the constitution, a referendum is mandatory. For any change in a law, a referendum can be requested. In addition, the people may present a constitutional popular initiative to introduce amendments to the federal constitution. The people also assume a role similar in the constitutional court, which does not exist, and thus act as the guardian of the rule of law. What?
Yeah.
You mean the people serve as like the Supreme Court? That's so cool.
like I said, the Swiss, their government's fucking great. I love it.
Interesting. So they have an upper and lower house in the legislative branch. The president of the confederation is the head of state. His name is Guy Parmelin.
Also have
Now what?
many
What's the best? Shoot, what are they called? The little squares of color.
What?
It's candy.
Starburst.
Starburst.
Starburst is my favorite
Starburst?
candy.
I'm be honest
What's
with
the
you.
best one?
It's between pink and yellow.
I'm a big fan of
For me.
yellow.
Yellow,
Yeah.
really?
I love
Yeah.
yellow.
I mean, like
Yellow's
lemon?
really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lemon.
lemon.
Lemon tastes so good.
The Starburst lemons are really good.
Yeah, I've never really liked lemon desserts.
A lot of people will always say, "Oh, I actually hate lemon." It's just that particular artificial taste of lemon
Yeah.
is good.
No, it's really good. I don't.
I really love lemonade. I mean, I don't really know anyone who doesn't like lemonade. It's essentially sugary water. But like lemon desserts, like lemon meringue pie, like that's my least
I
favorite
know.
It's
pie.
not good.
ever.
I don't
Not
really
good at
like
all.
lemon desserts.
But your favorite Starburst flavor is lemon over like cherry or anything.
But a lot of people
Yeah.
say they taste like soap. I don't get that.
I also don't
I
get
mean, I
that.
haven't had Starburst in forever, but I just remember the red ones were always the best. I remember everyone really loved the pink ones in like 3rd grade.
God,
We would get
that
them in
was
treats.
that was like whenever a teacher would be like, "All right, y'all been good today, so I'm gonna hand out 1 Starburst to each of you," and like one person would get pink, and everyone would go, "You want to trade?"
Well, yeah, you get the pink, you could trade it away for like 2 Starbursts or something. Like, it
Yeah.
was like a currency system, and pink was the best for some reason. Just because it was like collectively agreed that pink was the best. It wasn't the best.
It definitely wasn't. Actually, I
kinda
think
eh.
pink is the worst. I don't like the
Pink's not
flavor.
that amazing. Maybe we don't like it so much because
Orange.
it was supposed
Orange.
to be loved so back. So that
Orange,
was-
orange is the one that's like the most.
Orange is pretty good. It goes lemon, orange, and that's about it.
For me, it goes lemon.
Wow, orange and lemon are the
lemon-
worst for like everything. Well, not everything, but
Yeah, no,
I
bro,
think-
I dig orange.
It goes
flavored
lemon. It goes. For me, it goes yellow, pink, red, yellow, pink, red, and then orange is eh.
stuff. Hold on, my cat's trying to flee out my
At
window.
least
Let
to
me
me.
let him out.
Like yellow,
Red's
pink,
the
and
best,
red are
cherry.
equal to me, and then yellow's top.
I'm back.
Welcome back,
What's your favorite candy, everyone?
Starburst.
Okay.
Like
Well,
we
that's a
gotta be fully
complex
on.
question.
Like
Can you define candy for me?
Okay.
Like, what?
This does not include chocolate. This is like your
It
generic.
doesn't include chocolate?
Because
Okay.
I feel like
Okay,
that's a
candy doesn't include
to
chocolate.
me that
as
feels
well.
like a completely different ball game because it's made of completely different stuff.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with you on that one. Candy.
I can
don't-
understand
chocolate
it,
candy.
but when I say candy, I still group chocolate in there, but I can understand not doing so.
Try for this question in particular. Don't group
So
chocolate.
no chocolate, okay.
there's too many
that's
options for
asking the
chocolate.
rules you're asking for here. So no chocolate.
That's about it.
Does ice cream count?
Yeah, ice cream does not count.
It does not. Okay, I was gonna say if you count ice cream as candy but not chocolate,
You know, I'm talking
Yeah.
you're
like
not correct.
I'm talking like
Is-
your gelatin,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
Like the only here's
Milk duds are
things that
good.
could potentially like if you say
Wait, what am I talking about? Reese's peanut butter cups, easy.
yeah, that works. That's the only time I'd say chocolate like is
Chocolate
exceptional.
bars,
Chocolate.
stuff.
That's the only time I'd say it's fine because like if you want to say like Junior Mints is your favorite candy, go ahead.
Oh yeah, Milk Duds is also a candy. That's also chocolate.
Bars.
Oh yeah,
Pretty
see, I don't think when you say candy,
It really depends
You
on
should-
what your definition of like just like standard.
Like,
Because when I think standardized
Hershey's-
chocolate,
Hershey's chocolate bar, is that candy?
you know, because like I'm only imagining in like the candy generic way of like little minis that you pop in your mouth, not this fat ass chocolate bar that you.
Well, you can get
eat.
little tiny Hershey's chocolate bars.
Okay, I know. It's just
It's like 4 squares.
it depends
In
on.
terms of chocolate, my my favorite would be what is it called? Like those
Toblerone?
Toblerone.
Those are good. Those are
I
really
love
good.
Toblerone.
I'd like okay. I'm just gonna say, Swiss Toblerones are so fucking good.
I'm pretty
Is there
sure
any
they're
other
the same.
types of Toblerone?
No, but here's the thing. I noticed there's a difference between Toblerone in the Americas and Toblerone in Europe.
Are you sure? Sometimes
yeah.
placebo gets
From
you.
my experience. at
There's an
least.
American everything, and then there's an everything else.
Yeah. No. So I felt the Swiss Toblerone just tasted better. I don't really know how to explain. It just tasted a lot better as opposed
Is
like
it wait? No, is it
or
still?
national.
Hold on, is it still branded Toblerone though?
yeah.
They
it-
come
it
from
was
the
still
same
Swiss.
place, Ivan.
I
the
don't
same-
know
it's the
that.
Because he's in his homeland, so he feels better.
It's the same branded.
placebo
It's the same
effect.
branded
I don't
company.
know that,
I
but it-
100% doubt it's like
better.
locally
Also,
made and put into
one
your
thing-
store.
One thing that's extremely different: Skittles. Skittles in Europe are not Skittles in America.
Really?
Yeah, they don't. They taste entirely different.
Canadian M&Ms,
What, are
bro.
they, like filled with chocolate?
No. Just their taste itself is entirely different.
How
Skittles.
so? Are
Uh,
they sweeter? Are they sour? Are they bigger? Are they
no. The
smaller.
taste. They look
juicy?
relatively the same. Like, let me like wait.
I think they taste different to him because he wants them to
American
taste
Smarties, not like the American Smarties, the Canadian Smarties.
different. Oh yeah, those are god. tier.
Those are god tier M&M substitutes.
It's strange how Canada has things called Smarties and it's not at all our Smarties. Our Smarties.
I hate our Smarties. It's fucking
Yeah, they're
nasty
just, like,
shit.
really sweet and sugary and It's just like little balls of sugar.
I remember
Different.
my friend Emin bought like these two. He went to Canada and he bought this whole big
Apparently-
bag of Smarties and he brought it into like the cafeteria and was selling them off. I bought one.
I remember there was a kid in our
Okay, you
my
want to know?
class in like when I was in 8th grade, he's in 7th grade, and he would buy Gatorade outside of school, and then in school he'd sell it for a higher price for a markup. and
I
he
know
made a
him. I
business
know who
out
you're
of it.
talking about.
Guys,
yes.
Also, if you want to get Skittles, apparently, I can say that it's very true. So, for my experience, please. So, Skittles in Europe are a lot
Very convincing
softer.
argument.
I can say it's very true.
Yeah, no, that what I'm just saying, reading out loud. Skittles in Europe are so you know how Skittles in America are like crispy, they're more hard.
Crispy. I
I've
would
never
say, like,
defined it as
squishy.
crispy.
Hard. Well, they're hard. They're somewhat hard.
Dude,
they're
the
not
ones
shell
from
is
the ones
hard.
from the
is what I
Dollar
mean,
Tree are stale as
Back.
shit.
right?
What are the ones in Europe like gelatin?
Yeah, no, apparently they're extremely a lot more gelatinous and a lot softer, which feels extremely weird.
3D
So it's
the,
like
gummies.
a texture
The taste,
thing. than a
no,
flavor.
the taste, for example, the taste for the
I got
purple
one.
one,
Ecosia don't
Yeah.
family.
the taste for the purple one, for example, is black currant instead of grape in the U.S. Their color's also different.
See, yeah,
Uh,
like that I can understand. They just have different flavors. Well, duh, it tastes different.
No, they have different flavor. They're also textures and just they're more gelatinous.
I don't know about you, Ivan, but when
They were less good to me.
this is
Yeah,
maybe
why
a
the purple Skittle
question-
tastes different outside America?
the moment it leaves the American border, it tastes different.
You're sailing on a boat and you put it in your mouth like, what the?
What the shit? Oh my god, it's turned into a squid.
It tastes like ink.
Anyway, Jack, this is more of a question to you. Do you ever remember, like, this is like a thing a few years ago.
Also,
In like stores, like if you go to Hannaford's or something like that, and you would be walking maybe out, you'd be leaving, and like you check like the little snack trays they have when you get to like the checkout center. They would have these packages of gummies, and they were not ordinary gummies. They like were expressly in like they're like novelty gummies. There were 3D with quotations gummies. And the idea is they're just 3-dimensional gummies. Like, they're not, like, a standard print plastered onto something. They were, like, very 3-dimensional. I say 3-dimensional just because the pattern is 3-dimensional, not the actual gummy. All gummies are 3-dimensional.
Oh, you mean like on the wrapper?
Like most gummies are, like, styled, like there's a SpongeBob style of gummies, which is just, like, printing on a little grid that looks like a SpongeBob character. No, these would just be, like, shaped like an actual... Like
a cube?
Yeah, it'd be shaped...
Like a prism?
Yeah, it'd be shaped in weird shit. And I remember seeing them, I was like, holy fuck, what is this? And I bought it, just out of shock. And I tasted it, it was fucking awful. But that's not the point. The point is...
You look cool, that's all.
The point is I was like, there's this super weird novelty that like, came out for a year, and I never saw it again. And I've been to Hannaford, and it's like, guess it's gone.
have you ever had Crystal Pepsi?
Maybe you just dreamt it.
No.
Maybe you were just like on crack that day.
Nope, I'm gonna look up an image just because you said that.
Crystal Pepsi?
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. I need to see these. What do you even look up to find that?
I don't know, actually.
3D gummies.
Let me go go to my Ecosia here. Yeah, they did have a Mario one for a while, didn't they?
The
Talking about
Halloween
gummies.
specialty cereals. Do you have that in Canada, Ivan?
Nope.
Like Count Chocula?
No.
Oh, Count Chocula's the bomb. It tastes so
that-
awful.
So good! And it's
Doesn't
only
remind
there
me
for
of anything.
Halloween. There's like the blueberry one, the strawberry one, the chocolate. Oh, so good.
No idea what that is.
Okay, I got the thing.
Here in the States, we have, in Halloween, they have specialty. Oh, what the
Oh
hell?
wait, I know those. I've had some of those.
Oh, so they're just shaped over like certain
And
characters.
they had this
stuff.
for a while too.
The top one about Mario. I had those before.
But they taste awful.
They don't taste that good.
Well, yeah.
The
No,
top
I
one
can
looks
agree with that
pretty
one.
good. The
They
bottom one
the
looks
look. You look at it like that looks like kind of cool. Let me go get it and like and eat it. And then you taste it. It's like this is really generic tasting gelatin and shit. Like this
Just no
tastes
flavor,
this
just
this
raw
this
gelatin.
tastes really
It
awful.
feel like it felt like raw gelatin. Yeah. I can agree with
Actually,
that
gonna
one.
have fun editing images on.
But it's the effort that counts. It's just, they really did make 3D gummies of like Mario characters. It was so like cool
That's really
just to like look at.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
It tasted good.
Hold on.
Like I remember it was like it fucking melted. Like the moment you tried to bite it, it just melted. It wasn't stiff at all.
This might only apply to the States. But Jack, do you remember ever getting these? Oh, this apparently the file is too big. Give me a second.
Email it to me.
Have you guys
do you remember ever seeing this?
Krispy
Like,
Kremes?
you'd ever get this? You'd either go to a
Crystal
friend's
Pepsi.
house and see.
Yes,
them.
yes.
I got it on
yes.
Halloween. I would get these on Halloween for like a.
I have no idea what that is.
It's basically it's a novelty. It's basically juice just put into a barrel and it tastes like really generic juice. But
It's
I don't.
not that good.
I would always get it. Like on Halloween, I'd go to a house and they'd give me this fucking red barrel of juice, and it would be so cool. Just for the fact that I got like this cool ass juice barrel I could take with
Oh
me.
yeah, they were kind of rare. Like I never really had them that often.
I could never
because I
see
did
them.
have
I
like, man,
never
this is
saw them
not
in the
good.
store. I literally have only seen them on Halloween. Other than that, I've never seen them otherwise.
Maybe there's like someone that produces them in their house. It's called
Probably.
poison.
This is like a fucking novelty drink. It's so good.
Well, I'm guessing you guys never seen Crystal Pepsi.
I've seen Crystal Pepsi. I know what it is, but I've never had
Have
it.
you had it?
I've never had it.
have you had it?
I heard it tastes really shit.
It's yeah,
Crystal
it
Pepsi?
absolutely tastes shit. I can attest for that because I've had it when I was going in Gaspésie. For some reason they had Crystal Pepsi over there. I don't know why, but they did have Crystal Pepsi.
It just seems
and,
like a
yeah.
bit of a dumb concept to me.
It tasted shit. I can test for it.
Yes,
It was
that's it. Here we go.
fucking
It's
shit.
Frankenberry, Count Chocula, and Boo Berry.
Yeah,
And it was the strawberry one, chocolate one, blueberry one.
The chocolate one was the only one ever good, and it was still like meh even then. It just sort of.
Blueberry one's good too.
It would always just taste like an
Not
off-brand
just
cereal,
blueberry.
because that's what it was. It was an off-brand cereal, and it just tasted like an off-brand cereal.
Oh, the chocolate one just tastes like chocolate. It's great. What are you
It
talking
literally just tastes like Cocoa Puffs.
about? Whoa, Captain Crunch has a Halloween special cereal.
They do, and it's actually pretty decent.
Ghost turned milk green. Whoa. That must be freaky. Blueberry. Oh yeah, I remember. I'd be so excited whenever we got Halloween. We got these. It's like the blueberries like off. It's like Lucky Charms, but the non-berries or not non-marshmallows. The regular cereal is blueberry flavored.
Mm.
And I
Actually,
love blueberry flavored.
I just reminded of a subject we could talk about. We talked about it in our own time, but the child advertisement thing we talked about,
Oh boy.
since we're talking about children.
Oh God.
We always manage to make our conversations about like how the government's fucked. Anyway, let's hear it, Ivan. Let's discuss more about how children's advertisements need to stop, or that at least like candy specific
They
should
don't
stop.
exist in Quebec. They've been legal since the 80s.
That's insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, I've never once thought in my life that advertising to a kid is like immoral.
It sort of is.
I have never seen an advertisement for toys and stuff.
Maybe in this day and age is maybe different. I don't know, cause it's been a while since I've been a fucking drooling kid, but just the concept of someone trying to sell you something and make you spend money is just a bit not there, and the influence you don't realize that that's happening. You usually don't, especially when it's paired up with children's cartoons that you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason I look. If you want to do advertisements, sure, go ahead. Go. Nobody gives a shit. But if you're gonna do it on like children's networks, that's why PBS had like very specific advertisements, because they were like.
Well, yeah,
publicly
PBS
funded.
shouldn't have, because that's publicly funded. That shouldn't have ads.
Mm-hmm. But like it was always like putting ads on children's networks, unless it's like a stuff that's like for maybe even then there's some exceptions, but like there shouldn't be any ads on a children's network, because it you're intentionally marketing towards kids, which just seems a bit immoral and a bit marketingly evil to me, at least.
Market
Ivan, what are your
is
thoughts?
it is quite something, just in general. Neoliberalism is it is quite something, that's for sure. In this current day and age. Ugh. It's the idea of having, like, I was talking about it with my mom about how items that could last 20 years before only last 5, like dryers or give me a sec, I'm checking translation.
Washers.
Yes, washers probably. I think that's it.
Are you talking
Yes,
about the thing
washers.
that doesn't do the drying?
Yeah,
Yeah, washers.
dryers, washers,
Machine.
and just washing machines. Yeah, it's just stuff like that.
Refrigerators,
Usually
ovens.
refrigerators. Yeah, appliances in general. All of those could last 20 years before, and now because of consumerism, they last 5. Companies decide to make them weaker just to sell more, which
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
cars
I
too.
can't blame it. Yeah, I can't blame it.
Yeah,
I mean,
man,
it's business,
that's some
but
genius
it's
business.
it
And
shouldn't.
that's where the idea of the government interfering in the free market comes
Exactly.
up.
Exactly. That's
hey,
why-
By the
yeah.
way, the corporate interest purely on its own is not your best interest.
So,
the state needs to
Jack.
like be the intermediary between the corporation and the consumer, so that the consumer is protected and they're feeding off each other instead of just the corporation feeding the consumer whatever it wants.
Yeah. So, Jack,
And
remember
that's why
those?
we should give advertisements to kids.
That's why printers are fucked.
Do you remember the consumer advertisement law that I told you about consumer protection law in Quebec. How they're extremely strict, and how I told you about the that for any item you buy, you have a legal guarantee on it for how long it lasts. So if a computer, for example, malfunctions after a year, then you bought it for $1,000, they have to give it to a new computer for free here in Quebec.
What?
Yep, it's a legal guarantee.
Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty much any company that, to the government standard, gives an item that's supposed to last long, but ends up not lasting long for its price, allows the consumer to use the legal guarantee to get the item back for free.
God, that's
There's
gonna be
also
scary
there's
as
also a
shit.
court. There's a court here in Quebec that's entirely devoted to consumers.
Well, he's got one thing going for you.
You know, that's one thing I'm really happy about. It's we have mighty consumer protections, and the government also took control of some problematic industries like the utilities, and many addictive stuff such as gambling, and alcohol and cannabis. Like all of these are government mandated. Casinos. I think, yeah, casinos and just stuff like that, gambling or prizes and stuff, are usually administered by the government here in Quebec. If you want to get alcohol, you have to go to a government store. If you want cannabis, you have to go to a government store. If you want power, well, probably going to buy it from Hydro-Québec, which is government owned.
We don't have any of
A
that
man has
shit.
fallen into the river in Lego City.
But yeah, some people say it's very bad for competition, but the government, here at least, offers us those services at usually very cheap prices, or prices that, for example, utilities. We have one of the cheapest electricity in America, if I remember correctly. It's not the world, but I'm not sure about the.
Do you remember the
world.
Lego movie?
Oh, that was
Yeah.
okay movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
It was a pretty okay movie.
It was
Especially
okay.
for like as a kid.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't
was
enjoy it
pretty
now
good.
probably, but
Oh yeah, it's Quebec has very good stuff and very shitty stuff.
I don't think you got that, Ivan. That was a topic change.
Yeah.
What about Wreck-It Ralph? That's a good movie.
oh,
Ralph.
well, the original's good.
Okay,
Everything else
I'm
is
not
shitty.
talking
Original's
about everything else that came out. I don't consider that Wreck-It
The
Ralph.
first
I
Wreck-It
legally
Ralph
don't.
was
Part of the canon lore.
I like it.
That's out of the canon lore. Only the
Yeah,
first
absolutely.
one.
Yeah, first one's good.
First one's so good. I'm willing to call that like one of my favorite cartoon movies, animated movies. Same thing.
All video games are just great in general.
They had a lot of style.
The aesthetic, yeah.
They had some good shit going for them. And then they ruined it with this really awful internet movie like that came out like, almost a decade later. Oh, what the fuck?
I refuse to
Oh, I
watch
thought you were
it.
saying that's the good one. The other one's
No.
Oh, that was so bad. It
I never
makes me
watched it,
want to like
'cause I
kill
just knew it was gonna be bad.
myself.
Did you
Yeah, I
actually
know.
watch
I
it?
refuse
Yeah.
to watch it.
I was like, all right, okay. The only way I'm allowed to say it's bad is if I watch it. To me
Oh, no.
personally, I
You
can
dumb
only
as
say it's bad if I watch it, because it was a good movie before. What if this is also a good movie? So I watch it, and I never even finished it because I went to my dad's house and I refused to continue watching it when I came back. So I hate it. It's not good. There's too much references to dumb shit. The characters all are dumb. The fucking animation's still shit. I don't like it. And that's my review of Wreck-It Ralph. It breaks the internet. Some dumbass title. There wasn't even any scenes that made any sense. It was all dumb.
Emoji movie. I fucking hate that. I hate the fact it exists.
I hate those. The fact that those movies exist because guess what? They're the #1 picks for whenever I was back in grade school and the class would be like, all right, we're gonna watch a movie. We're gonna watch the Emoji Movie, God damn, I never would have considered
Oh.
suicide, but that back then I did.
I fucking despise
I've
that
watched
game.
Frozen 5 times, all of those of which I was forced to do it because of class.
Personally, it's my sister was so much into Frozen. Like she was into Frozen so fucking much.
The only movie I was so happy to watch when we were back in grade school was Polar Express. I remember we did a day where we watched Polar Express in class. That was fun. I like doing that. That was the only movie I've ever been like, yeah, let's get pumped for Polar Express. Otherwise, it felt like a chore to watch movies.
All right, Ashley, ready for a very difficult question?
Yeah.
What is your favorite video game of any genre? All genres. Just any video game at all. The best one.
It hurts because it always depends on what game I've recently played. Cause like, goddamn, I don't know. I mean, like I'm split between 3 right
Like
now.
if someone said, "I don't know what to play," what do I need to play? Like what's the game I should? What's your top game to recommend to somebody?
Amori. That's definitely up there. It's probably at the top. Obviously, problem with that question is my opinions differ as I find games and like as I drift away from games and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, I can't ask you about the future.
But like like I still believe that like the games I used to play when I was younger, like Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, and games like that's like fucking top tier list, like the greatest games ever. But like recently, after this particular experience, I've never been more emotionally impacted by a game, and not to mention, it's a fucking fun game. I had a ton of fun with that game, and I'm still having. There's still more content to do, and I'm 40 hours in. So it's definitely. If someone asks me, hey, I want to play a game. I need to play a game. I need to have fun. I would recommend Amori. Either that or like if you wanted this year's releases, I'd also probably say Last of Us 2. That was a fun game. I like that. What about you, Ivan? What's your favorite game of all time?
What's your favorite game of all time?
Zelda Ocarina of Time, honestly. Just because of the time I got it, and
I thought you were going to
just
say because of the time.
well, it was my first gift that my father gave me. He gave me a DS with Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Oh, look at you! You have some symbolism with your favorite game.
Yeah. That's it's there's a lot of symbolism about it, yeah, but it just it just impacted me a lot back then because I didn't play video games much. I was just in books. It was like the first video game I ever played. Well, not the first, but the first one I played fully and actually went on full completionist about it. Although I didn't understand English and I forgot to change the settings, I barely understood the story somewhat. I just enjoyed playing it a lot.
Oh my god!
I
French boy plays English game.
Yeah, exactly. I did not understand the story much because the game was in English.
All right, Jack.
But I still love playing it in general.
I'm torn between 3 games. Now, one I haven't played since I was like in 1st grade.
Minecraft.
So I'm not sure how well Chibi Robo stands up today.
You've said a lot about the game, and yet I've only seen a little about that game.
Well, it's very obscure because it was never marketed or anything. Which goes to show how important advertisement to kids is. But I'm caught between Minecraft or Amori. I really did like Amori.
I'm happy that you add that to your list. It's a very impactful game.
I haven't played Amori yet, so we'll see.
Shh.
Fallout New Vegas is also very good, but I don't think that's my favorite of all time.
It's hard to say it's top.
But Minecraft's definitely up there. But here's the problem. Not current Minecraft. Because the best part about Minecraft is the multiplayer.
Mhm.
And right now, Minecraft multiplayer sucks donkey doo doo. It's just
okay.
Hypixel, and that's it. And
I miss
Hypixel
the old
sucks.
Minecraft so much.
Well, I mean, you can still include the fact that you've had those experiences. Like Minecraft was at some point like this very vast library of multiplayer servers. That is still included when it comes to your favorite game of all time. You know, that's everything up until the point it is now.
I would say it isn't because it's not what I liked about it. So I can't say it's my favorite game of all time if that's not what it is anymore.
I guess that's one way of looking at it.
So I guess Amore also has recency bias.
Two chews and a woo.
Before Amore, I might just say Lisa.
Mm-hmm. It's always the indie RPGs that with RPG Maker. Man, RPG Makers made my game.
They're very
Undertale
special.
was Undertale made with RPG?
I don't think so, but if it is, I bet it was.
To Ecosia. I'm going to Ecosia it.
Was Undertale made with RPG Maker? #G. I don't think so.
You want to know something funny?
Engine Game Maker Studio. So no.
Yeah.
I
It's made with
went
it.
to a government website using Ecosia, and the government just yelled at me for using Ecosia because it's not a mandated site.
I've planted
fun.
3.15 trees with Ecosia.
Where can you see that?
What did you sign in?
No idea how to sign in.
In the top right, it says sign in.
No.
Well, then maybe you signed in. But when you search something up, in the top right,
Oh.
does it give you a counter next to a bunch of trees?
Okay. Oh wait. Test. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah. Every
Yeah,
45 is a
21.
tree. Every 45 is a tree.
I don't actually look up stuff that much. Surprising.
Yeah, no, but it slowly builds up over time.
And when I get all our friends hooked to Ecosia and Amori.
The two best things in life.
Saving the earth and then making everyone cry.
It is quite something.
I believe that with enough effort, we could get 99% of all Amore reviews to be positive instead of 98%.
Dude, that is like definitely one, like that's up there. Like if you compare that to like the most highly reviewed, like positively reviewed game, which is RimWorld, if you could compare those two, they're basically on par. It's just there's not as many reviews for Amore because it's so much more obscure. That's probably why it's doing so good, though. Because a lot of people that like those games are playing those games, so you don't have the genre that isn't.
That's fair.
It's $20 too. This thing, Amore, a third of the price of Madden.
And Madden has not emotionally impacted me at all.
Hey, it's impacted you emotionally. I've heard you
Look.
sing Madden.
You bitch.
Madden.
Not good
It
wise.
hurts my
Both games hurt you.
Look, if this
Why-
hurts
what-
me,
what is-
level.
but somehow feeling sad from it makes it somewhat better of a game. Getting mad at a game is only negative. There's nothing positive about getting mad about a game.
Yeah, but Madden doesn't just make you mad. It makes you like sad. Like when you're about to win the game and Cam Newton throws an interception to the Jets and they pick it
That's
off.
different because that's RNG bullshit.
Or Cam Newton fumbles the ball and they pick it up and return it for a touchdown and you lose the game as you're about to win. Your heart just drops.
You're
and
just
your
watching
soul
two
drains
calculators fuck each
out
other.
of your torso and through your legs and out of your poor little sausage
Guys?
toes, and you're just left lifeless.
Yeah, what you need, Ivan?
I got forced to accept a Nitro gift.
Ooh, nice.
Boost Pickle's Cage.
Boost Pickle's Cage! Boost Pickle's Cage! Boost Pickle's
Give me a
Cage!
sec.
Sure, that's pretty sad. I'm
Use
satisfied.
some more
Alright.
emojis.
This has been the Enrichment Podcast. We'll do it again some other time.
That's the
Thank you all.